Hello,
Hello.
Hi guys.
how are you?
Good.
Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm Alimbayeva Zhansaya.
I'm Aigerim Amangeldi.
And I'm Aruzhan Olzhabayeva. And today we're going to present you the final product of our project work, which is a poster presentation. Thank you for watching. So, let me start with the definition of culture.
Let
What is
me
culture?
share the screen.
Yes. The culture is beliefs, norms, values, or any other peculiarities which are common to one group of people or to society. But when we speak about culture, we do not mean only nation or nationalities, because there are different cultures. For example, parents' culture, or children's culture, teachers' culture, or students' culture. So cultures are very different. But sometimes, when different cultures interfere with each other or meet with each other, some intercultural conflicts might occur. So, by this course, which is Intercultural Communicative Competence, we try to define the main reasons of this kind of intercultural conflicts and come up with solutions, and of course, the ways of preventing the conflict. So, let us start with project aims.
Okay, this one is to develop this of cross-cultural awareness. This is the example of Barham's model. So having studied this unit, students will be aware of to develop their knowledge in terms of cultural diversity and gain some skills and change their attitude and develop their ICC competence. And the second one is to implement a plan for an authentic problem.
Okay, the third one is to collaborate effectively to reach the final product. By working in collaboration, everyone can contribute ideas and build toward a shared objective. So next one is to develop decision-making and problem-solving skills. Learning problem-solving skills is a most important thing for working in any field. No matter it's your title or job description or your project, it's the ability to find the root cause of difficult problem.
So, let me briefly call our four important final products. The first one is student's book, which is course book. The next one is teaching guidelines. Then the PPT of demo presentation of demo lesson. And finally, it's our poster presentation. So, and our fifth project aim is to make a direct connection between classroom activities, which we already implemented in our course book, and the conceptual knowledge, then used to enhance the product. And of course, we have to address the given problem accurately and to collaborate with other members of the group to better understand the outcomes. No, I mean to better understand the tasks and to come up with clear outcomes. And what about our critical incident? It was our very first task in this course to come up with critical incident, which is taken from someone's real life experience. And here we took the ICC incident, which took place between the girl from Switzerland and the guy from Chad. Having studied this course, we already know that different cultures have different aspects. And here, the main reason of critical incident was the difference of cultures. The guy was coming from high context culture, and the girl was from low context culture. That is why when they met each other, one conflict occurred just because of this minor or major difference. And the second main reason was attitude towards money. For the guy, money wasn't that important, and he could easily spend the money on someone and not expecting from that person anything or any kind of reward. But for the girl, money was important, and she couldn't just take something valuable, for example, even the bottle of water, because it costs money. So the reason was cultural differences. And by the way, let's remember the Bennett's model of intercultural sensitivity. So the goal was at the level of acceptance. since she accepted the difference and she tolerated the man, but she couldn't relate to the differences, and she couldn't change herself in to adapt to the differences.
Okay, so let's turn to unit design. We have completed this unit design based on the ICC objectives and language objectives. So first I want to mention about language objectives. The first one is about functions. So to conduct interesting and productive lessons, various language functions have been used, such as instructions, eliciting, nominating, guessing the new words. And the second one is grammar. We will give them opportunity to identify the main differences between past simple, past perfect, and past perfect continuous to better understand the given critical incident. And the third one is students will be aware of the stressed syllables of unknown or new words from the text, and we will make them focus on the main word stress in the sentences. For example, it's a beautiful day today. The first one is vocabulary. We will give students to be a vocabulary list to be familiar with expressions, definition, and synonyms of unknown words from the given critical incident.
Thank you, Aigerim. So we defined these ICC objectives according to Byram's model intercultural communicative competence. So for instance, we took attitudes and designed our objectives according to it. So, and critical awareness is evaluate perspectives, practices, and products from multiple cultural perspectives.
Yes, and by the way, all of our materials, I mean texting and listening materials, were authentic, and we think that if students, which for example can study according to our design students book, can really learn about ICC, about culture, and about money, a lot of information, because authentic materials are believed to contribute to better enhancing.
So let's turn next stage is principles on how to make a decision. None of the group works functions of planning, directing, collaborating, and coordinating, and other functions can be conducted without the process of decision making. So let us learn more about the decision-making process and its principles. The first one is appropriate modification of the group process. So if one of the group members suggests any changes, you should listen and think about this update.
So the previous one was focused on the individual. This one focuses on the groups, so like recognition and subsequent action in relation to the wide variety of groups as groups.
The next one is establishment of purposeful relationship between group members and encouragement and enabling of help and cooperative relationship between members. These basic principles of working with people in groups to help them grow and change have emerged from the practice of social group work. So also there are benefits of PBL. The first one is this project will drive students to encounter the central problem and principles of a discipline.
Then, project incorporates real-life challenges where the focus is on authentic, as I mentioned before, not simulated problems, and where solutions have the potential to be implemented by students. So we only give the problem, but students have to come up with their own solutions in order to use critical thinking strategies.
Okay, the next one is our projects are realistic, not school-like. Therefore, we will give students a feeling of authenticity. For example, as Maru mentioned, we will give them reading and listening tasks as an authentic.
And the next one is project incorporates real-life challenges, whereas the focus on authentic and where the solutions have potential to be implemented by students. So, and Let's remember the 4 C's of Byram's model. It's a collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking.
So let's just summarize all the information which we gave in this poster presentation. We attempted to name all the final products that we did during this semester. And of course, we tried to mention the PBL because we use this strategy. And PBL is about project-based learning. It's when students are coming up with one particular project at the end of the semester, and which is often done in groups, not individually. And our own insights from all this learning process of learning ICC course are: first, it's about effective collaboration, since only collaboration is key to success. Next, PBL is an approach that scaffolds student autonomous learning. We didn't rely on teachers' help a lot because teachers' task was only to guide us and give us directions, but the other work was to be done by students, which is by us. Then time management and deadlines are very crucial. And again, authentic materials make a real sense. And finally, much effort equals to better result.
So, as for conclusion, to our mind, we have successfully completed this course and this PBL project.
Yes, thank you, teacher, for such an opportunity, and thank you, girls, for collaboration and for your hard working. I really liked working with you.
Thank you. Also, thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.